All right. Now we are live. Yeah, I guess Mimi's yelling at me from upstairs and doesn't know that it's 3:00, so I'm doing the podcast. Anyway, we're going to talk about Alien Earth today. Pretty sure. Where's Mark? Where's Steve? I don't know. Mark's got a busy thing. I almost want to start this over because there's a lot of activity. So, yeah, just everybody making it difficult. What are you going to do? All right, Alien Earth. I'm on episode 5, which is kind of funny because you would think that I would, of all people, I'm a pretty big Alien fan. But the thing about streaming, man, there's no reason to jump on it right away, except unless you're Peacemaker. Hey, this is very exciting. You're Steve.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Nothing. I was just finishing up lunch, and everybody's got demands on their time. My niece is coming for dinner tonight, and I haven't really been able to talk to Mimi all day because she's been pretty busy. So of course she comes in at 2:59 while I'm starting the show, and it's very distracting, right? She can hear me talking and just sticks her head in the thing anyway and goes, "Yeah, it's not working."
I hear you.
Yeah. So you didn't miss anything other than I was talking about how much I love Alien Earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You were behind, and we haven't.
Still am.
All right. Okay. So you didn't finish it.
I just finished episode 5.
Okay. Well,
So
episode 5, is that the one where Morrow's talking about his daughter and stuff like that?
Sort of. It's the flashback one.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's exactly.
Yeah, he does talk about it. I just didn't know if he talks about it later. That's why I answered it that way.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like I said. So should I start Alien Earth? Man, if you like Alien, this is great.
Here's what I will say. So I don't think Mark finished it, and I don't know if Mark's going to jump on in 30 minutes. I know you haven't finished it.
He's busy.
Yeah. And I know, so Saga hasn't seen it. So I watched it, and I watched it again. I watched it again last night because I knew we were going to talk about it.
You watched the whole thing again?
No. I watched the last episode.
The last one, right?
Yeah. So I was watching them as they. It's funny. I've now realized that I am a super traditionalist. Like I have to watch it not when it premieres, but the day it's on. Like I don't think I care to like bulk watch them. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like the serial. I like giving it time to breathe and seeing if like. And again, I know it's already in the can, so it's not like they're going to change anything. But I like having this. My brain's still like, oh, maybe they'll change something because it gets like bad press or something like that. Or I know they won't, but so I watched it again. Anyway, I watched it again last night, and I think I liked it more this time because I knew how it ended, so I could watch for other elements of it.
Absolutely.
But it's cool. My suggestion in the Saga is, like you said, if you like Aliens, whoever is in charge of the props, costumes, background, is just nailed it. Nailed it.
I couldn't agree more. So Wednesday, Price and I were talking about this in regards to Star Trek, the modern Star Trek, and it's they don't have a sense of that it's a world, right?
Yes.
They're like, hey, let's just put the Star Trek arrowhead on everything and their boots and their shoes and pew pew, it's Star Trek, right?
Right.
This, I think that had been the problem with all my personal problem in the audience as a guy who loves Alien and Aliens. I love the first two.
The first two are spectacular.
Great. And then after that, it's sort of like, hey, man, the guys who own the rights to Alien kind of don't understand what they turned everybody onto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so something like, I don't know, I forget what, John brought up a good one yesterday, but let's just say Peacemaker, because this applies. applies to Peacemaker, that like they make you buy this one thing and then they build it out slowly, and pretty soon you have this entire thing, and he's on the news on the Superman theatrical release, and it all makes sense, you know?
Yes.
And so that's sort of how I feel the Alien show is. And Noah Hawley knows how this works, right? Because he goes into other people's stuff and he goes, oh, here, I understand you made a great movie. Why don't we build out the world a little? Because when I was sitting in the audience, I thought about this.
Yes.
That gave me an idea for this, and let's go follow the sheriffs in Fargo, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's a fucking 6-season series.
Right. I
and
mean,
so
like,
that's what's so fun about this, is like whatever you think about Alien, you're like, they're explaining stuff.
And the part I love about it, and I think and the part I love about it, and more as I watched it again, was I understand the universe. I'm going to build this in the universe. But, oh, by the way, Prodigy, Boy Cavalier, completely unique. That's mine.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a universe. Weird shit happens in our universe.
Right. Like, there's, and when you nail it, it's like Favreau. It's Favreau and Filoni with The Mandalorian. It's the same exact thing. It's they figured out the sauce. They figured out how to make the sauce. You have to find the right chef, and this guy is the right chef. Again, like you said, he takes the concept of Fargo and he says, "Oh, here's the universe. I'll tell a story over here. It'll be here. It'll be in the and that's the beauty of this Aliens. He's like, oh, okay. Well, listen, for it to be believable, it's got to be set around that time, so it's got to look and feel right. And I'll do the Prodigy Corporation, and we'll reference Yutani, and we'll talk about these other things, and we'll talk about the 5 giant corporations and stuff like that. But I'm going to do my own story over here. It's going to touch a little bit on the mythology. But it's going to look like it's right from that movie. And if we have to do a flashback, you're going to be like, holy shit, did they just film this on the studio right next door with a bunch of different people? And that's why I think it's so great. And again, he introduces new aliens in the universe. Like he had free reign to kind of do what he wanted to do. He introduces a couple concepts that you're like, I guess realistically, if they communicate, someone else could I don't know how far you are, and I don't remember where things sit in the thing, but it's like, if they communicate, what's to say there wouldn't be a way to figure out how to communicate with them? And it's just like these weird little things. But anyway,
so that's a really interesting thing. That's what I'm really into right now, as a matter of fact. So Wendy has an episode 4. Wendy is able to, she's taught, she can hear them.
Yes.
And she can replicate their voices, although she doesn't know what she's saying.
Correct.
And so then this one is, oh, by the way, that's very super interesting and everything. But, and I know you guys love Alien, but let's do an entire episode where another crew gets fucked up.
Right.
And in the best possible way, though, because it's not like, oh, here's some, they're just, Hot Tub Time Machine was great, so let's do Hot Tub Time Machine 2, and it's the same movie, just with Adam Scott, right?
Right.
So they didn't do that. They were like, okay, given the fact that everybody has seen Alien, and everyone has thought since 1979 what they would have done if they were on that crew. Let's see what happens when another crew does it.
Right.
And oh boy, did I love that.
Right. And it's also, it's like, and it's only 8 episodes. So you're also like, it gone are the days where you like kind of have these free episodes where you're like we talked about this in the past. Hey, what's up, man?
Mark Finn.
Yeah, there you go. But I said, like, gone are the days where you get your Christmas special and your one episode that has no connection to anything. And even in this, he's using old TV to be like, there's a story I'm going to tell through these 8 episodes, but here I got something really cool I'm going to put in this one episode, and not the full episode. Like, I'm going to spend
the one big
24 minutes on it and just rock it.
So one of the things, me, and because you and I share this, just we love the patches, and the hats and the costumes.
Did we find a hat? Did we find a patch?
I didn't, but I found an error in signage. and it's only because of this cool thing. I can't wait to tell this story.
Okay.
So my beloved grandmother on my mother's side was so cool. She was the coolest chick in the world. Like she'd be like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm really into this Conan movie. It's based on a bunch of books. I guess I'd like, the first Conan book. Yeah, here's all 12." She was one of those grams, right?
I love it. Love it.
And her next door neighbor was this family called Petrovic. Okay. And everyone in the neighborhood just called them by their last names. Like if you really had to say, like everybody knew who you were talking about. If you were my age, it was Mary Ellen, right? Because you're not fooling with the rest of the family. It's somebody your age, right?
Right.
So if I just said Petrovic, everybody would know. You weren't talking about the dad.
Yeah.
Right? And so I love that one of the guys in the crew is named Petrovic.
That's right. Yeah.
Saboteur guy.
Yes.
And so I'm right now at the spot where Morrow's going in. The creepy guy Yang has told him, "Hey, just because the computer says people are sleeping doesn't mean they're sleeping." He's like, "Oh, fuck." And so he goes in there and he sees that Petrovic's bed is empty, except the sign at the end spells his last name with a T. So nice. It says Petrovich.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of Petrovic. And I'm like, I would never have caught that if it wasn't for the Petrovic family and back in the
interesting
60s in Walpole, Massachusetts. But yeah. Anyway. Mark Finn. He just sent me, Mark's my friend who's the Robert E. Howard expert.
Oh, yes.
Writes a really funny Substack called North Texas Apocalypse Bunker. I think that's what it is. But every time, man, he's got like stickers and hats and shit. And so every time I see his little icon, it's like a civil defense logo, except he put NTAB in it. I love it. It's super funny. So anyway, he just sent me his last couple books, and that little thing was on the package, and I was like, oh my God, I love getting mail. So thanks, Mark. I started reading the novel and not the thing you edited. So
he posts something very interesting. I'll add it down here. I actually think they're all the enemies, actually. I think what happens is the kids, the Lost Boys, think they're good, but they're bad they're all bad. Like that's the thing I think is the unique thing. Like I think like what's that graph where it's like chaotic evil, and you know what I'm talking about? Like
I do.
Like,
lawful good,
lawful good. They're all bad.
They're all chaotic evil.
Well, not chaotic, because I think like there's the different elements. Like when
lawful evil.
Yeah. Like they're like, I mean, if you see, you didn't see the ending, so it's tough for me to kind of like do.
You can talk about it if you want. I don't.
Well, so like at the very end, like the final scene is pretty much. The girl that the lady and Kirsch, the two, like the mother father figure, Morrow, the boy Cavalier, and then the robot that works for Boy Cavalier. They're all in essentially the cage, and the Wendy and the rest of them are like, essentially ends with like, it's the 5 of them, and then the alien and the little alien. Not the eye alien, but the alien and the little alien, and she's controlling that or talking to it, and essentially ends with like, we rule now. Like it's our turn to rule. So she has the kids, and essentially has like the humans, the cyborg. I guess essentially Kirsch's version of the hybrid, and they're all in the cage, and now it's Wendy and those guys are in charge. And obviously you get the scene a little earlier where like the Yutani like military ships are coming to the island. So you're like, season 2 is going to be amazing.
This battle,
But go on, sorry.
No. I was getting excited. I thought you were taking a breath, so I was going to throw in about Kirsch. I getting back to who's the bad guy, and I think Kirsch is actually the protagonist of this.
You think so?
So far.
Okay.
Because I'm on 5, but I think he's the guy that has a vision. So that's the protagonist. So maybe not the good guy, but nobody else really seems to get what's going on, and even his vision, where I'm at, is very observational. Anyway,
I think if this was 15 episodes, that would have been a sub story in here. Yeah. Like, what's his ulterior motive? Like, we know what Boy Cavalier's idea is, but what would be? You don't get you don't get payoff on that. And I think like that's an element that's where like I sadly say that's where like 8 episodes really hurts this, because I feel like there's a lot of other little stories that could be told in this.
Yeah, but man, they had to build those sets, so you got to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every time I have that thought at least 3 times an episode that you said, it's like they went and just shot in 1979 when everybody's at lunch and just like skittered away.
Right.
It's from the future, but don't tell anybody.
Right.
Good job. You guys are doing great.
And the crazy part is, and not to flip this to a different topic, but like we'll keep on talking about Alien Earth, is like, I just read today that they announced, I guess they did some disclosure of some Disney finances, and the Acolyte essentially cost like $230 million to make.
Did it really?
Yeah. And it was like crazy because they're like, so it cost like $230 million to make. It was 8 episodes. Each episode was essentially like 35 minutes long. There's no big star in it. And you're like, and
the sets aren't that great. Like,
well, so and they're saying like, well, that was the gist of this person commenting that I was reading, and he was essentially like, where did $230 million go? So it's not like you paid $3 million for this actor. It's all you. And I said, and I wasn't engaging in the conversation, but the people in the conversation were like, well, that's generally a lot of times how it's just this crazy inflation number. Then I'm saying to myself, holy shit, what did it cost to do Alien Earth? And okay, we don't have a big name, but what's his name who plays Kirsch? He's not getting normal casting money. You know what I mean?
I do.
And like most, all right, so probably most of the people that are the kids. I mean, I understand one is Kyle Chandler's daughter.
Yeah,
so
Wendy.
So it's like, okay, I understand.
See it in their eyes every once in a while. You're like, oh yeah, there's your dad.
But I'm watching Alien Earth and I'm saying to myself, yeah, the sets, the costumes, like, there's the budget, and I'm actually like ecstatic that that's the case. Like, spend the money on that. Obviously the actors, and I think the people they got are spectacular.
Yeah, everybody's great. I really like that. And if you told me they spent $230 million on that show, I'd be like, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Well, that's the right, and that's why I brought up the Acolyte thing. Yeah,
it's not so much the Acolyte, but I keep going back to Strange New Worlds because these were both on at the same time. And Peacemaker, right? So I can keep it in my head, Peacemaker every Thursday. I can keep it in my head, Star Trek every Thursday. I keep it in my head, Task. We like this Ruffalo thing on Netflix every Sunday, right? I can keep all this in my head. And the fuck's Alien Earth on? I don't know.
Tuesday, but
is it Hulu? No, Hulu. I'm just saying, for some reason, I can't keep this in my head. And that's how I slip behind, right? I'm like Sagasag. I watched the first one, and if they had done the flashback episode first, I would have been on the show like forever.
Well, you'd be banging more pots and pans like, why don't I have this hat?
Right. Right. But I had the same experience Chris had, that I watched the first one and I was kind of like, all right, I get it. I get the world. That's cool. I understand that it's all set up, but I feel like I could walk into an Alien movie and just start. I could be in it. You know what I mean? Like, sure. I'd be like, what ship is this? What fucking Joseph Conrad book are we on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get it.
I'd be fine in about 10 minutes. But this show did not give that to me. But even though intellectually I went, well, that's cool because everybody's sort of off balance at the first bit of an Alien thing. So I'm good, except the bad news was couple that with the streaming aspect, and I was like, I immediately went, well, I'll get to that when I get to it.
Right. It doesn't become, I have to watch it when it premieres, blah, 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 because it's like you're not scheduling it in your, I'm the same way. That's where I totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. It's funny because I just stopped talking because I was like, and that's I got all of that from you, right? Like every once in a while, like Peacemaker, I gotta watch it. Even and Mimi likes it.
Yes,
I almost said mommy because she likes it. So both of us are like, okay, let's watch Peacemaker, and then we had a schedule. We'd do something funny afterwards, like a British baking show or episode of like Below Decks or something, right?
Yeah.
And we could mix it up because we're all interested and activated for this entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And once I sat down with the rest of Alien, like I had psyched myself out of it almost, right? It's like, yes, I'm really into Alien. I love Alien. This looks fantastic. But like, I think I got to be in an Alien mood. It's a little hard to watch in the daytime because of the reflections on our, I was just talking myself out of it instead of talking myself into it. But then one day it was kind of a little overcast, and I'm like, well, I'll pop this second episode in, and then I watched 3 of them because you know what I mean? Because I loved it.
Yeah, no, and see, I think that's the positive that is brought here now with streaming. It's like, oh shit, I missed this. Oh shit, this is really good. Let me bulldoze through 2.5 hours of episodes, which is phenomenal. I think I'm just so trained in the days of comic books where like every Wednesday the new book comes out and I get my new book on Wednesday, so I read it on Wednesday.
Right.
So like my brain is
have a red stripe and some pepperoni.
Right. It's like
a whole ritual. Yeah.
It's a ritual. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, Tuesday night, you got me, man. I'll watch it on Tuesday night. And I normally don't care. I'm like you. I don't care about spoilers for anything except something that I'm like, oh, I don't want to see this something really cool last in Alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that I like super duper love. But
the spoilers is a very personal thing to me, right? Because I don't care about spoilers. You can tell me all day long. You can reenact it with arrows and stick figures, and it's not the same to me.
Right.
But the only time I think about spoilers is when I don't hear about something and something surprises me. I always go, yeah, right on. I'm glad I didn't get spoiled in that. Even though I don't care. Like, you could have told me, it would have impacted my enjoyment of the thing in no way.
Right.
But except there's a little charge that always reminds me, well, that's what people mean when they say they don't want to be spoiled.
Oh, sure.
They just want that little charge. I'm like, I don't care. It's funny when it sneaks up on me.
Yes.
But I'm not looking for it. I don't care.
To me, it's like I have this, even like getting spoilers and being spoiled is part of me enjoying the novelty of what I'm not able to be in person and see.
Yes.
So like great example is we're sitting in the hotel room Comic-Con when Deadpool and Wolverine is premiered and the embargo drops, or maybe the embargo didn't drop, and all of a sudden it's like, no, dude, I have every scene that's cool in this movie. Like here's Wesley Snipes' Blade, here's Gambit. It was just
maybe that's why we don't care, because that is a blast because you do that for us. Like Walker and I talk about that during the year. It's like just huddled over the phone or the iPad if we're lucky, right? And there's like 3 or 4 of us just going, oh, fucking Wesley Snipes is in this. No way.
Yeah.
Well,
but I think what it is.
Great.
It's like from a pop culture standpoint, like we should know about it as soon as everyone else knows about it.
Yeah,
I feel like there's no so even if I can't see it in the theater, I want to know exactly what's going on. So,
well, we're having the same experience, right? If you go to a theatrical release, you're enjoying it with a room full of strangers in your
for sure,
right? It's in San Diego, we're doing it. It's just our buddies are right here, and the room full of strangers is the rest of the convention center.
Right.
Because that we're going to walk out the hotel door, and somebody's going to be losing their minds that.
Blade. Oh my God, Wesley Snipes.
Gambit they can't understand what Gambit says, and his buddy's going, but that's the fucking point, man. And we're like, yeah, right on. Those are people you could talk to. See you on the floor, guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Well, speaking of Marvel stuff, I just read that supposedly. Oh, have fun, kiddo.
Was that Harper or
Marlo?
Bye, Marlo.
Yeah, she's off to theater practice.
That was so cute. I heard that in my ear.
Yeah.
Hi, Daddy.
In regard to Marvel, I heard that the Yelena character, Yelena, is like super prominent in it. Like,
for which one?
For the Doomsday.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I was saying, I'm like, isn't it interesting when they make the human character, the most human character, human, however you say it. I butcher that word every time I say it. But they take like the character that has like really no superpower except like, and they've done this a couple times in Marvel, which I think is super unique. And they're like the most prominent, like Ant-Man. And like, like if Ant-Man doesn't do what Ant-Man does, like there is no like rest of those movies,
So, yeah, you know what that is though. That's Marvel being Marvel, right? Because what that is they're just writing for the audience and characters, right? Like those characters aren't great until you see the first one, right?
Right.
And then they go, okay, we all thought there was something here, but now the audience has responded, so let's fucking go, right? And I guarantee you that they had this thought. It was percolating in Kevin Feige's balls that when they shot that elevator scene for Hawkeye, when Elena and what's her name, Hallie Stayfield, whatever the girl,
the Hawkeye 2, whatever it is.
Yeah, they're sitting there just talking to each other. They have crazy ass chemistry, and they're talking about like it's a fucking Seinfeld episode,
right?
And the entire planet goes insane. Did you see that bit about the girls talking about mac and cheese? So I guarantee you they went, all right, remember what happened with Robert Downey Jr.? We were right about that.
Right.
And remember what happened with Paul Rudd? Everybody's going to go, this is a movie that sinks Marvel, and we have to put him in everything.
And now he's in everything,
Yeah. And guess what? We didn't know what we were going to do to replace Scarlett Johansson, but we fucking cast her right, and this girl is running with it.
Right.
So let's hang some stuff on her. Yeah. Oh, I know. Let's make Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom and make her the good guy and then get out of the way. Right. And that's the brilliance of Marvel, is that, which is the opposite of the Star Trek guys. Because they're like, well, let us tell you how this Star Trek thing's going to go.
Right.
And Marvel's like, oh, you like this? Have 10. And everybody goes, thank you. And the Star Trek guys are going, why won't you buy our t-shirt?
Why don't you like this? I'm forcing it into your mouth. Why don't you like this? Yeah.
It's such an easy calculation if you started as a consumer.
And that makes sense.
That's where Feige came from, right?
Well,
he was a comics fan.
Yes,
he worked his job to be a PA, and then he gets on X-Men, and he's like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And 100%. The Star Trek guys are all like, oh, well, I really wanted to work on Star Wars, but I guess we can. It just comes off the screen, man. That if you like your job, or you're just doing it because your parents wanted you to be a doctor. You know what I mean?
Sure. Anyway. Yeah. That makes. But I love. The one thing I will always appreciate about you, Larry, and till the end of time, is your devotion to Star Trek, regardless of how bad it is. Because I don't know if I have that in me to be like
about anything. Dude, if there was a Ghostbusters TV show, you would.
Oh yeah. Well, I take that back. You know what? That's not. You know what? I
do take that 7 quadrillion gigabytes of filmed entertainment.
I mean, I watch Conan. I was just gonna say, I watched Conan the Barbarian, the animated one, and I watched the Conan the Barbarian with Ralph Moeller. So I'm pretty sure that was Conan with Ralph Moeller.
Yeah.
I've watched some bad things.
So,
yes, I will. I will admit I have definitely delved in that. But I guess the other thing is I just love that
yours in it.
Your counterpoint to good is always Star Trek, and that's just sad. So
Yeah, well, you know what it is? It's just a disappointment in the current leaders of my religion. Because my religion also has Alien Earth in it and Peacemaker and stuff. And it's the guys that are handling, the open tent for Star Trek they're not handling religion correctly.
Yeah, and, I get that.
It makes me sad.
Oh, I
got Mark. So Mark Finn, Steve, we need to talk.
Yeah.
The second you started going, I love Conan. I'm like, do you guys want? You should just get a room, because I guarantee you, Mark will go deep with you on that one.
Well, listen.
I think I'm like so smart, like in the movies when the wolves are coming after him and he cliffs off his chains and everything. It's like 10 seconds in the Arnold movie, and I'm like, hey, that's Wolves in the Steppes. I read that short story. I think I'm great on that. You and Mark are going to be like, oh, Robert.
Listen,
he was wearing blue socks when he wrote that, Conan.
Anyway, my theory is always I can never have enough Conan, and I'll say that till the end of time. So like, just give me more Conan. I don't care. And now I'm sitting in that boat for just give me more Ghostbusters. Yeah. Just give me more Aliens. Just give me. I don't just give me more. And again, even Star Wars, just give me more Star Wars. Yes, you're going to make a Star Wars thing that maybe I don't watch, but eventually I'm going to go back and watch it. Give me more Willow. I got more Willow. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's just give me more. Give me that's where I think things like Stranger Things is wow, Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers, such a great concept. What a great idea. What a great universe. Just give me more of that. Don't be so slow on it. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what that is, right? It's the band thing. Every time a band shows up out of nowhere, your first album's great. It's because we worked on it for 15 years.
Right, now yes. Exactly.
And then you have 18 months to do the second one, and everyone goes, oh, what a disappointing sophomore effort.
Right, right.
Yeah, because it's just a money grab at that point. So now you got Stranger Things on season 5 where they're in the
they're
old
60.
Men's home or something.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's 60 now.
It's not gonna work, man.
Yeah, no, I know, but I guess my point was just just give me more, that's it, just more. And let me anyway.
We should really go through the letters page here. This comment section is bananas.
Oh, okay. What did I miss?
So I don't know. It's Rick Jones, and okay, let's just go through them. Alien and Aliens are two different kinds of movies. That's great. That's what I like about the show is that it's not really even about the alien.
Oh, Alien is
about the corporations.
Alien, if you're using I think is it Screen Crush or Screen Rant? I went back and watched it after I was talking to Mark about it because I was looking
Screen Crush,
and they were doing the whole Peter Pan analogy.
Yeah.
The alien is essentially like the crocodile. It has it has really no intention to be even in the story. It's if you never saw the crocodile in Peter Pan, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And really, that's the same intention in this. It's the alien just happens to be in it, but it's it really now when you get to the final episode, you'll have.
I do love that Sean Airy thing. They made that great thing that now she can hear the ticking of the clock, so she knows where the crocodiles are. And I was like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't have put that together. So nice job, Sean.
Oh, that was wonderful, and that was funny because I kept on. Well, anyway, you gotta when you finish it, we'll talk more about it because I think you'll have a ton of different perspectives. But keep on going. What else?
Yeah. Chris doesn't care about spoilers. He knew about Kylo Ren killing Solo. Yeah, man. I mean, I read the paperback of Empire Strikes Back 3 months before. That's why I don't care. I think you're stupid if you care about spoilers.
Yeah, you can see that stuff.
Doesn't ruin my enjoyment. Yeah, same.
I agree.
Does not take away from that. Stuff screenshots. No sleep till Rick Jones. That's pretty funny. Maybe.
And there's no one. The character Rick Jones has never appeared in any Hulk movie in any capacity, right? Not even on.
Yeah, they put his name on a file.
That's what I was saying. It was on a file, right? Yes.
Of the set of the Ed Norton one.
That's what okay.
But when I saw Jumanji, I'm like, if you don't give that Jonas brother Rick Jones, I'm gonna be sad. He's a little old now. The guy who played Seaplane, remember? I don't know which Jonas that is, but I was like, oh, that's my Rick Jones, man.
Yeah, that's the only reference.
This is interesting. I still feel Robert Downey Jr. is a red herring in Jonathan Majors' Doom.
That would be that
or
would,
not.
That would be the ultimate rope-a-dope. I did read that Majors did film a bunch of scenes for Doomsday.
Oh yeah.
That was in one of those big lists that I shared with you. Like remember when in the past? I'll try to find it.
Yeah. I meant to tell you about that. I got one today from last year that had a bunch of rumors that you had pulled out, and one of them was like, "Yeah, pretty sure Mr. Negative's the bad guy in Spider-Man: Brand New Day," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you called that one."
Well, I didn't call it. I just.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
covered it.
Yes, exactly. Well, then they also is it Tombstone?
Tombstone
is in the, and that was in one of the lists. That was like they knew that like a year ago. But
I think Robert Downey Jr. is Doom in just that universe. I think that's awesome, right?
I think think
it's pretty clear. Even after that picture of him holding the helmet, there's like 9,000 promo shots of him holding the Iron Man helmet like that. So I think it's pretty clear in the MCU, just kind of like squint about the comics, pretend like you don't know all about the comics. Just if you look at the movies, that's just completely off of Ultron, right?
Yeah.
He's got a suit to make the world safe. It's just Dr. Doom's suit because he's got a little magic in this universe.
Yeah.
I think that's straight ahead, man. I think that's great.
I'm waiting to see. Supposedly film production, they're in post-production now, which is like 1 million years. So I'm waiting to see if anyone in some of the places I go has any like info or drops some stuff.
Yeah, like Bobby's probably working on a building exploding for like 6 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. Of a movie he has
he doesn't even know what it is. It's some building in something somewhere for somebody. I don't know.
Now that I think that was like the one thing in The Mandalorian. Remember the world that was like that's like the world that was like in the big loop or whatever you call it, like almost looked like a giant hula hoop, or it was like a space station or anything. It was something in Mandalorian. He was like, I worked on that for like 3 months with no context.
There's no idea what it was.
Didn't know what movie it was for. Well, he had an idea what movie it was for. He was working on shadows and reflections and all these things, and he was like, I worked on that for so long, I forgot it was even for something.
It's just like his Sisyphus job.
Yeah, but it's
turn
so
on the computer, make those reflections look good.
It's so funny because he talks about it. He talks about stuff like that, and obviously after stuff gets like released, I'm always like, "Holy shit! I saw your name in the credits." He goes, "Oh, I worked on that." Like you don't even like that because but that's also a completely fascinating way how they compartmentalize and chop up these projects to be so small that this small group of super amazingly talented developers and technicians and all these things are working on a project under a code name with no fucking sense of what it even is. And that's the people that are seeing like what you're seeing. And you're just like, how are they working? Like, anyway, it's just completely amazing that the pool of people that actually know is really, really small.
Yeah. I like that they extend that out even to the actors.
For sure.
Where you would get Gwyneth Paltrow going, yeah, I didn't know that was for that movie. And everybody goes, oh, what an airhead. And it's like, no, you got the way they shoot it is they need Pepper Potts. Here's your pages. Go do this in front of that door. Stand here. There's a green screen thing here. The whole day is about 8 hours. Thanks, Gwyneth. And she doesn't know. She could be working on 6 different things, right?
Well,
it's just Pepper Pottsing it around.
It's
the same thing with Rodney and the boys. It's like, I'll put this here. Is it a Transformers movie, Star Wars? Probably.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Well, and I think the biggest challenge is there's this idea that everyone is getting the full script. That doesn't happen. That never happens. That's old mythology.
The guy who writes it doesn't have a full script.
Correct. Well, I'm noticing I got a pretty good trailers going on back here. Like, so I saw a complete nudity. So bear with me for 1 second.
Stand in front of that.
Yeah.
I just like that you had something going. Like I turn on my little Star Wars thing every once in a while, but like you had films going. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody's reading the comments anyway. Nobody saw the boobies.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I don't want to get us in trouble.
Should have been a layup. Right? How do you screw up that? Every time they throw bobblehead Kirk on screen. Yeah, that guy. I don't know. And then the whole thing where they're all like, Akiva Goldsman and one of the other writers is like, "Oh yeah, let us keep doing that." And I'm like, "No, please don't do that. I don't. If I ever want to see Kirk and Spock, I know where to watch those.
I'll watch.
You're not going to make the better ones.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like you want to give me new.
Spock, I'll watch that.
Yeah,
but they're not doing anything. They're just making jokes. It's crazy. Yeah, that was the thing. In last episode of Star Trek, for some reason, Captain Kirk is there. He's not captain yet. He's assigned to a different ship, but he's just hanging out on the Enterprise.
Really?
And when they do everything, like his brother comes down, sits down, puts a drink in front of him, has his drink, sits down, and they kind of look at each other and go, "Yeah." They don't say anything. Like, what?
Why?
Hey, Jim, why are you on my ship?
Easter
hey,
egg
George, why are you even on the fucking Enterprise? You're supposed to be on Deneva. Oh, it's probably a different universe. Oh, that's right. Everybody's got different pants on. You know what I mean? It's like, of course they don't say anything because all of it is that.
Is it like Easter egg just for Easter egg's sake, kinda?
Yes.
I don't get that.
It's worse. They're just references like you would have in any other show. Like in Barney Miller, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, the guy in the jail is the guy from 3 episodes ago." Isn't that's just a funny little thing for the people watching, right?
Right. It's like they stumble.
No, that's a fucking Easter egg, man. No, an Easter egg there's something in there that it's
a reference to the story, right? But it makes sense in the universe you're in.
Exactly. So they have all these references that they think are Easter eggs that don't make any sense. Like, here's a giant Tribble that's not pregnant. Here's a Gorn skeleton hanging up as a trophy of war when no one's met the Gorn yet. That's just Star Trek for you.
Yeah, interesting.
Anyway, let's keep going. Sam Kirk makes a better Jim Kirk, and that is sad. That's true. The guy that they cast to play his dopey brother with his porn star mustache would actually be better.
But the original is just Kirk with a mustache, right?
That's what makes that funny, though. Like, I would have cast. I don't know. I didn't have that thought about Kirk and Sam Kirk.
But But hold on, I think this is the only piece of trivia I know. It's not Sam, isn't it George?
Yes. So that's the other thing that makes everybody think that it's just either being stupid for a reason. It's like his name is George Samuel Kirk, and his family calls him George, but Kirk is the only one who called him Sam. Okay, so that's cool. So if you're telling, as an audience member, you are seeing it from Captain Kirk's point of view because that's his brother and he's the guy.
Right.
So that's why I said that. But it's also to make a distinction in this show, everybody calls him Sam Kirk. And
you're trying to. That's almost like forcing an Easter egg, but not even a good Easter egg. And then you're kind of taking something that's an element that's unique about a character and now making it not important.
So you have a perfect understanding of that. Now pretend that you've been watching Star Trek 6 times a day since you were 5 years old.
Right.
And that shit is going on.
Right. And you take something that's personal and unique.
That's why every Star Trek, old Star Trek fans hates these guys, and they don't understand it. They're like, "Hey man, look at it. We built a really cool thing.
Right.
Why don't you like us?"
Right.
Because
you miss you don't understand the juice of it. Like they don't get the juice. I don't know. Maybe that's probably
no juice.
Yeah. Anyway,
they're a dried sponge. Anyway,
that's funny.
Okay. I'm just gonna pretend Mark was talking about us saying that right now.
Okay. Yeah, probably probably something. I don't know what it would have been for.
The Peter Pan analogy. Yeah.
I'll say it was too strong, but I think once you get to the end, Wendy's not Wendy. Wendy's actually Peter Pan.
Yeah, I agree. You can tell that right away.
And Boy Cavalier is actually not Peter Pan. He's just the narrator of the story. Okay. And so then Wendy is, in the beginning, she's now in charge of the Lost Boys, but she's the one who's going to cause all the mischief at the end because now we rule. And that's essentially like Peter Pan realizing I'm in charge now. And that's the unique thing. And then it's an interesting analogy for the whole movie, the whole show, because like Morrow is like Captain Hook, which is kind of, you know, he even has the hook. Yeah, so it's like, and then, but it's just, I don't know, it's fascinating. Like that you would say like, and then it's funny because it's Disney. It's like, I'm going to do Alien Earth and I'm going to kind of use like an analogy of Peter Pan. And they're like in a meeting, like, what are you doing? Like, they just let him do it. It's cool.
If you do it though, like they're doing it with some intentionality and thought, it's fantastic.
Yes.
But Star Trek Discovery started out with Alice in Wonderland, and it didn't make any fucking sense at all. Hey, come on, Alice, we're going down the fucking rabbit hole.
Right.
No, we have fucking starships, and it's science.
Right.
You know, nobody's eating the red pill and the blue pill. Like, pick a better book for this.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, well, but that is interesting. That's how it probably like. I'll be interested to see. I gotta probably go dig back and see if like there's like an article on like Total Film or like Variety or something where like Noah, the guy in charge of it, kind of goes about like his pitching process of this and like what he talked about and how he like sold it, because like that's a pretty bold move to go to Disney and say, I'm going to do an Alien TV show and we're going to kind of introduce like this new replicant hybrid character piece that doesn't exist in any of the other universe. As far as anyone knows, that's more powerful, and then we're going to do kind of a play on, you know, Peter Pan, where like I have really sick kids, and then we put them into these super, you know, like super mech body. It's just like, it's weird. Yeah. There's a lot of sci-fi craziness floating around in this TV show that flawlessly works and kind of just moves it along.
So the one thing I like about this and James Gunn doing Peacemaker that Star Trek is missing, and I don't know, we watched some other procedurals. Mm-hmm. It seems unfair because you kind of can't compare those kinds of shows. Yeah. Like, you know, Alfred Molina digging around in the Canadian woods is going to be it's going to be a different show, right?
Yeah.
It seems unfair to be like, well, why isn't he calling up the, you know, library of computer tapes on that one?
Right.
Anyway, they understand what they're doing, even though the setting is fantastic. The challenges are very grounded, and so that really hanging it on Peter Pan kind of makes a thematic sense. I mean, people think that all the time in the real world. Like, how many times have you heard like, "Oh, that guy's not going to grow up"?
Oh,
that guy's Peter Pan, right? So, I mean, it stands to reason that happens in the future too. The thing I like is that he introduced not just the hybrid people standard, yes, but not just, and I mean, the Alien had hybrid stuff baked into it anyway, right? Because once it goes into a particular kind of organic thing, it has a lot of the characteristics of that animal, right?
Yes.
But they also did the whole thing with like pulling little baby fetus aliens out, and like the thing with the eyes, and you're like,
sure,
it's replacing parts of organic bodies, and I'm like, oh, that's really inventive. So let's see where that goes, because there's something. That's what I just love about Alien is like everybody thinks the movies are always about the alien. Everybody's like, why aren't they doing the alien suits better? And this guy had moving lips, and that's great. And it's like, bro, you're getting excited about a series of movies called The MacGuffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everything in these movies is more interesting than the alien.
Right?
The alien is an excuse to tell all these interesting stories.
100%. And that's,
nobody looks at it that way. They're like, oh, show me more of that KY coming off the teeth.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean? It's
right. Like, dude, this premise of the story is like this brilliant trillionaire has figured out a way to take the person and put it into a fucking robot, and it's just, and they essentially think they're the same person, and they're kids. And he's doing it first with kids, and that's why you don't have this in the future, because he does it with kids, and it fucks.
Right?
How's that gonna work?
There's that one girl who's like, "I'm pregnant now.
Right.
I'm gonna rip your head off if you tell me no."
Right. You know, it's like
with my legs.
It's just so. It's so fat. I don't know. Anyway, you're exactly
right.
Go
make dinner and watch the rest of these now. You're getting all excited.
No, you'll enjoy it. Like I said, I don't know why I can't find the hat. That's my problem. That's the bigger...
the Magnat hat? Do they have a Magnat hat?
I haven't found one yet. Let me look again.
You know, I don't know, because it's a taller symbol than it is wide. It's not really going to fit on a baseball hat.
I see bad mock-ups, but nothing good. Nothing good. And
I did like, you know what I liked about, speaking of the signs and stuff, the name tapes on their shirts, especially Morrow, and then whoever the first officer is, she had a name that begins with Z. And
yeah.
They it's the same font from the nameplates, the brass nameplates on the space suits.
Really?
From the first movie, and I think it's even the same as it's a thicker version of the Magnon thing. I forget what it's called. Pump. I think it's called Pump. That font.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
But that's cool, because in the first one those guys didn't wear name tapes. They all figured they knew each other, I guess. Like the company made them wear their little symbols for, administration and engineering.
Yeah, when you're around other people, like
warrant officers and stuff, they can't make us wear our name tags.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Anyway. I just can't get over how well it looks. That like
those corridors with a weird shape that you can just look. They built a really long one.
You just like,
it's longer than the first one. I'm like, oh my god, this is.
They
amazing.
Just killed it, man. It's just so good, man. I don't know.
I just want to buy an old supermarket and just get people to build those sets in there
and just work there,
like just shoot stuff, walk around.
I was talking to, ironically, why
are chains here dripping with water? Shut up! It's awesome.
I was talking to Rodney about how the biggest challenge that society has right now, and this I'll be very quick and short in this, but it's like you introduce the concept of working from home for most of these people. No one ever wants to go back into an office ever again. So, I mean, I'm sure there are people that do, and I appreciate that. But like a majority of people are like, holy shit, I could be home around my stuff. And I was like, but you know what you really need to do? You need to create like a WeWork that caters to a little bit more of the nerdiness of people. Like you walk in a WeWork and it's all arcade machines and TV shows and things just like, and I know that could get very distracting, but I think people would fucking love to work in a place like that. Like, you give them areas that they can be quiet, but then you give them areas where it's a little more like pop culture-y crazy. And I think it's just like the element of why WeWork died is because they tried to expand too big. But imagine like a WeWork that you went in and it was just like movies
playing. Chuck E. Cheese.
You know what I mean? Or like, I feel like there's a business model there. Anyway, probably not, but
we'll do some looking into it.
Yeah.
I think just the various grift that all the local politicians are going to need.
Oh, 100%. It ends on that. I just noticed in your background the idol, because the light on your little that's so great. How heavy is it? Is it heavy?
No, it's it's little about a bag of sand.
About a bag of sand. I was just gonna. That's so great.
I did turn him around though. He used to be his the back facing, but I was like, he should be watching.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like this. Thank you for this thing. It's always got cool stuff in it.
Yeah,
it really works for the space that I had.
It's not that deep.
It's not
which
that
is nice.
deep, which is what I needed.
Yeah,
it fits perfect. Anyway,
that's awesome. I'm glad it went to use as opposed to me hitting it with a hammer and putting it out to the sidewalk. So
the hobos burning it on the shore.
Yeah, to stay warm. So,
here's Todd. Todd made it again from Wednesday.
Very cool.
I think Boy K just downloaded a copy of The Kid's Consciousness and the hybrids and killed the actual kids. Yes.
Yeah, did he kill the kids, or did the kids just die of what they was going to kill them?
I I think that since they had them in the labs and they were all holding flowers on their chests as if they were going to die, that the process
killed them.
Yeah,
okay.
But they were going to die, so nobody really cared.
Well, right? here's the only thing. You're a trillionaire, right? You're super brilliant. You don't have a failsafe for any of this stuff? There's no failsafe?
Wendy looked pretty dead. Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
All the kids are the little 10-year-olds and everything. They're all dead. I think they even said that in episode 4, right? That they
because doesn't the brother say like
Morrow's trying to talk to the one kid.
Oh, to the one
mom.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the brother, I forget what the brother's name is. He mentions that to Wendy.
Joe, yeah.
He kind of, I think he alludes to that, like, I saw your body, like the body.
Yeah. He totally says that, and even later he says, "Yeah, we all had funerals for you, but we all should have had a party." So yeah, Joe's into it. He completely thinks Wendy is his dead sister.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's that's a cool character. Morrow's there's like I said, and these are like little subtle sliver characters. Like they're not. I mean, Morrow's actually a bigger. The only thing I want to happen in the end of season 2 is when Yutani comes, like, and Morrow gets like rewarded. Like that's kind of like the part of this that I think is cool because he's like on a mission, man. Like he's like, this is gonna kill me or I'm gonna do it. I got nothing else. My family's dead. Like I'm in this for
All right. He's in that Patton Oswalt joke about the stupid clown at the neighbor's birthday, right? I don't approve any of this, but let's see where this goes.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, maybe. Like just for all the reasons you said. Like, what's he got to live for? Let's live forever then.
Right, because now
let's keep this nonsense going.
See, the other element that is super. Yeah, see, it'll be interesting. After you're done watching it, we should do this again next week because after
you know me.
Yeah. Because probably by the end of next week you'll have watched them all. I'll be most fascinated to see where you think it goes. I don't think season 2 has been greenlit. I know it's definitely been talked about, and I saw it in a couple places of people talking about it, and like I think they're trying to like dock it, like what it would, the money portion of it.
Yeah, what's it going to cost to have a 5 corporation war?
Yeah, well, I think it would just, it'd be 1 or 2, but anyway, but yes, because that's a completely different movie. I mean, it's a completely different TV show, but I'm interested to see where you think you would take it. You get the final scene and how it ends, and then I want you to be like, I only like this is where I would go.
As of right now, just do a World War II show, and like Wendy and all those kids are the Nazis, and the rest of Earth is the Allied, and then just because there has to be a reason why those things aren't. Because this takes place right around the first one, right? It's between the first and the second one.
Yeah, it's like a year, isn't it? Like a year before the first one.
Okay, but it's like around that time, right? So like we've seen the future of Alien, and they don't have synths. So or not synths. I mean, I guess they do kind of, but they don't have the Wendy type character.
The Wendy type, but the beauty of this is we kind of don't have the Wendy type ever.
Right.
So then the question becomes, does it become World War II and they just Hiroshima it or something like that, and they just say, fuck it, whatever, like nuke the island, it's contained, whatever, and then it's never talked about again. Do you know what I mean?
I do, and I can only think once in all of pop culture where they did something like that. It was at the Last Resort. It was this show about a guy was given orders to shoot his nuclear bombs from his sub, and he didn't. And so he took the sub to like this resort island, and it's all like he claims that he's a nuclear power now, and that it's Andre Braugher, like being really super serious. It's a fantastic show. It walks this line of tone that's like the craziest Fantasy Island episode ever, and like fucking Hunt for Red October. and you're like, this shouldn't work, but it crazily does. And at the end, America just blows them off the face of the earth. And you're like, wow, I've never seen a TV show end like this. But it has to, right? Because you can't have some guy who's just like crazy with nuclear bombs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it was one of those shows where they're like, well, we don't know what to do and nobody's watching this. And they're like, look, like just tell us if you're going to cancel us, because we have the last episode. We have to do it. And they're like,
there's some.
Oh wow, yeah, go ahead.
There's some good.
So I think that's what's going to happen. They can't destroy Earth, but
they'll destroy this island.
They'll just nuke the island, and everybody will go, oh, that was sad. Let's not do that again.
Right, which is why
you never listen.
Which is why you hear nothing about Prodigy Corporation ever again. you heard about it and you knew it was a part of these things, but that's like, so he's got an idea for 5 seasons. That's interesting. Where it's 2 years before, and then this is interesting. Oh wait, did they write this to fix the Alien 3 problem?
What's the Alien 3 problem?
I'm trying to think of.
I've only seen that movie once because it was so bad.
What was the issue in Alien 3? Are we talking about the original story of Aliens 3 that they changed and made it a prison planet?
He'll write it down.
Yeah.
Todd's right though. Nuke it from orbit.
Well, I think that honestly, it's going to be.
That's why they say that. If this is 2 years before, that's why they say that in Alien. Nuke it from orbit.
Because they did it. Because they did it.
Remember what happened last time.
Remember what we did? We had to do with the Prodigy Corp. That's why there's no Prodigy Corp. Interesting.
Oh yeah, Sigourney's Space Jesus, the hybrid clone.
Oh right.
Yeah. She shaved her head.
Yeah. So I see. My personal opinion is I think the Weyland-Yutani is going there just to get Morrow off.
Oh yeah.
Just to get Morrow off, and then it's like you said, nuke it from space.
Yeah,
but that doesn't get you 5 seasons. That only gets you like a, I don't know,
Space War in the Mud for like 5 episodes. Just give me that one, and then once an episode, just something comes flying by, and then just do that. And
just now do.
It costs a fraction of it because you're not on a spaceship.
Okay, Alien Earth was Alien. Now season 2 is Aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you do. You create that whole new team, the whole new Marine.
I wonder if you could do that thematically. Like each 5 seasons would be like one of the films,
a throwback of a film.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. If the second one is truly like
colonial
Marine.
Well, no, if the third one's of course they're going to do colonial Marines. How do you not? Right?
Yeah.
But if the third one's a jail thing of some kind, then we'll know.
Exactly. Then we know that
they killed Newt again.
Yeah, Noah was like, "Hey, I'm just going to retell all the movies on a TV show."
Just thematically, right? You like give it your own spin, but everybody goes, "Oh, okay, we're up to Alien 3 now. Okay, right on."
Right. Right. Resurrection will be interesting.
Noah Hawley gets a slide, and so does Travis. What's his name? Travis? I forget the guy. The guy does Yellowstone and Landman and all that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They get a slide because it's one guy, right?
Taylor Sheridan.
Sheridan.
I know. Yeah.
And like this happened with Joe Straczynski with Babylon 5. If it's one guy, the pop culture response is always like, well, this is fantastic, or it's not for me, or whatever, but everybody's talking about the property. Yeah, exactly.
He's just
the baby bugs.
They're connecting all of the cool phrases from these past few movies, and he's like, I'll put this in there, so that's what they're talking about. That's exactly the bugs he's talking about, because Hudson is part of the crew that goes to this island to clean it out.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be great?
And they get who would you get to play a young Bill Paxton?
His son.
Oh yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah, it was just when I saw because he did that, he played his character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the only difference was they have 2 different color eyes.
Yeah.
And they just didn't even bother. They're like, who's gonna care? Well, everyone who loves Bill Paxton.
Right? Oh my God, could you imagine Could you imagine if they do the Colonial Marines for the second season, and it's honestly like it is the Colonial Marines that we get?
Yeah, I just get Terry English to keep doing those armors, man. Just put them out and give them a whole bunch of new guys. It doesn't even have to be those guys, right?
No, but maybe
I wouldn't mind Hudson though.
Right, you throw one or two. Well, again, you got to pay off these lines. You got to pay off some of these lines, and
that's a great character to have when you're shooting aliens.
Yes.
Just the guy who's like, I don't know, man.
Right.
This is got acid for blood.
It's the most relatable. It's the most relatable character in the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's too good.
All right. Well, we should probably call it, man.
I think so. This was cool, man. This is good.
Super fun.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a bit.
Mark, but that's just because he had to work.
Yes.
I'm sorry he had to work, but we had a blast.
Oh, more exposition on the eye. I agree. I think you're getting that in the second season. Yeah. But there's a lot here. Well, all right. So here's the plan. We're going to do this again next week. So hopefully people come back next week to listen to us talk to one another.
I absolutely will talk with you.
But Larry's got to watch the whole thing.
I will.
And then he's got to be like, oh my God, it's the Colonial Marines. That's what we're doing. And then we're like,
I think we should say that now. I mean, I'm not even half done. And I'm like, yes, you need the Colonial Marines.
And the nod is Hudson. Hudson's the only one.
You need Hudson. Everybody else write some crazy shit, man.
Yes.
But just give me Hudson. What's he up to 2 years before?
And that's what the second one is. And that's also why none of these characters are ever
I guess it's not, right? Because Hudson, because Ripley's in the shipping lanes for 57 years before they pick her up.
That's true.
So it's
how long are they in how that's the other thing that really do we ever talk about them being in like
I mean, how'd they get there?
Like they could be put in.
I guess that's just one line, right? Oh man, I hate that fucking goo that we have to sleep in.
Right.
Well, that's stop fucking those things from Aldebaran or whatever they say.
The Arturian, whatever.
Arturian.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. That's what you get when you get sick with the Arturian thing, and then
sleeping that shit in the goop for the rest of your life. She was cute, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Awesome, man. Well, Larry,
thanks.
Thank
Steve.
you.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks everyone for listening. And
Hector, Mark Finn, that was cool. Todd showed up. Chris Saxon.
Glad no one saw the boobs on my screen, so that was a positive. So that's good.
Hector did.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah, he said something that was pretty funny.
Oh man,
something about unsheathed sweater muffins or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There we go. We saw it at the same time. Unsheathed sweater puppy.
You know what? I had that the one Blu-ray that was playing is just like all trailers, so I don't even know what the hell the trailer would have been.
Movies in a trailer. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. So anyway, all right, Larry. Chat soon. I'll talk to you.
Yeah,
5 minutes. So.
All right.
All right. Later, guys.
End stream. Ghost story. That's it.